this weekend. The response was strong.
This is bigger than me, man.
The response to Donald Trump's Friday night comments.
Get that son of a off the field right now. Out. He's fired. He's fired.
And the rockets will clear.
Players from all 28 teams who played Sunday, protesting in one way, shape, or form.
This is bigger than me. I got a daughter. She's going to have to live in this world. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to do whatever I got to do to make sure, she can look at her dad and be like, hey, you did something, try to make change. Feel me?
Players for 19 teams took a knee or sat. Players around the league linked arms. And 3 teams did not come out onto the field for the anthem at all, including the Seattle Seahawks. The players were not protesting against the anthem itself, but protesting against injustice during the anthem.
There is inequality out there. There isn't liberty and justice for all.
You're only a football player for a certain amount of your time, and for the rest of the time, you're a human being, and you want to be able to bring people together and be able to unite people, and for us, that's what it really was about.
Not all players knelt. Saints quarterback Drew Brees agreed with the premise that injustice exists in this country.
But if a protest becomes that we're going to sit down or kneel or not show respect to the flag of the United States of America and everything that it symbolizes and everything that it stands for and everything our country has been through to get to this point, I do not agree with that.
When the Steelers players did not come out for the anthem, one player did anyway. Alejandro Villanueva, a former Army Ranger, stood in the tunnel and saluted the flag.
This has nothing to do with race or anything else. This has to do with respect for our country and respect for our flag.
But these protests did begin with a racial premise. Former 49ers quarterback Colin Kaepernick knelt during the anthem to protest oppression and racial injustice. A handful of players joined him over the course of the last year. Then Sunday, hundreds showed their solidarity. And they were criticized all over again on Twitter.
But these are the same people that today, during the Patriots game, are booing guys during the national anthem. They don't see that as disrespect. It's really a strange hypocrisy.
We stand with our brothers. They have the right to protest, and we knelt with them today. I guess we're all son of a.
Interestingly, Villanueva, the Steelers player who stood, said today that he got stuck out on the field and apologized to his coach and his team for embarrassing them. Dale?
Right, Mike. Former 49ers quarterback Colin Kaepernick takes a knee during the national anthem in San Francisco last year. We noticed, but very few players joined him. Not many players seem to care. He can't get a job in the NFL now, and very few have said much about that either. But the president says he wants that peaceful protest to stop, says those players should be fired if they take a knee during the anthem, and calls those players a name I never thought I'd lived long enough to hear a president say, and now everybody cares. Donald Trump has said he supports a peaceful protest because it's an American's right, but not this protest, and there's the problem. Any protest you don't agree with is a protest that should be stopped. Martin Luther King should have marched across a different bridge. Young black Americans should have gone to a different college and found a different lunch counter. And college kids in the 60s had no right to protest an immoral war. I served in the military during the Vietnam War, and my foot hurt too. But I've served anyway. My best friend in high school was killed in Vietnam, and Carol Meyer will be 18 years old forever, and he did not die, so that you can decide who is a patriot and who loves America more. The young black athletes are not disrespecting America or the military by taking a knee during the anthem. They are respecting the best thing about America. It's a dog whistle to the racist among us to say otherwise. They and all of us should protest how black Americans are treated in this country. And if you don't think white privilege is a fact, you don't understand America. The comedian Chris Rock says it best. There's not a white man in America who would trade places with him, and he's rich. It has not gone unnoticed that Trump has spoken out against the Mexicans who want to come to America for a better life, against the Muslims, and now against the black athlete. But he says nothing for days about the white man who marched under a Nazi flag in Charlottesville, except to remind us there were good people there. And when he finally tried to say the right thing, Not one of them was called an SOB or should be fired. We have white men in America who wave the Nazi flag and the Confederate flag, and he's concerned about taking a knee because it disrespects this flag. We use that flag to sell mattresses and beer. We wear it as a swimsuit. We wrap our bald heads in a flag bandana and stick it in our pants because we disrespect that flag every day. Maybe we all need to read the Constitution again. There has never been a better use of pen to paper. Our forefathers made freedom of speech the First Amendment. They listed 10, and not one of them says you have to stand during the anthem. And I think those men respected the country they fought for and founded a great deal more than the self-proclaimed patriots who are simply hypocrites because they want to deny the basic freedom of this great country, a country they supposedly value and cherish so much.